Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about what makeup products I would buy if I was not on YouTube. Now I've seen some other people do something similar. I think Samantha Ravindal did one where if her house burnt down, she lost all her makeup, what would she buy first? For this one I wanted it to be more like if I was not a YouTuber, I was not talking about beauty as my job, what products would I get? Would I purchase with my own money if I was getting no PR? And really, if I was just like every other normal person that bought makeup, put it on, went about their life. So these are the products that I would definitely purchase. There are some high-end stuff, some drugstore, and in some instances, I have one of each. So I have like a drugstore option and a high-end option because I truly love both and I would purchase both products. So I have a good variety here, but these are definitely like my favorite products, the things that I would definitely spend money on. And I just thought it would be fun to kind of explore like what really, if I was getting no PR, would I go out and buy. And if you guys want to see the flip side of that, what wouldn't I buy if I wasn't on YouTube, if I didn't get it in PR, let me know and I will do that video. But I figured we'd start with the products that I would buy, the things that I do love, because these really are tried and true and products that I really think work well for me and that I really love and I think are worth my hard-earned money. If you are new here, hi, I'm Jamie. I do beauty videos 3 times a week. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you guys want to see what makeup I would buy with my own money if I was not on YouTube, then keep on watching. All right, well, we're just gonna start in the order in which I would apply. So let's start with primer. And because I'm super extra, I need 2 primers because I have large pores on my cheeks. So I like a pore filling primer right here, and then I like something hydrating for the rest of my face. So for the primer for my entire face, I went with the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Primer. This is an illuminating primer. It's really hydrating, and it's kind of a dupe for the Bare Minerals Good Hydrations Primer, which I used to swear by. I loved that stuff. I went out and bought that with my own money, and then I got this in PR, and I was like, what? This is like $10, and it's just as good as that one. Like I said, like now I'm in the desert, and my skin is dry, and I like something that's gonna be hydrating for the rest of my face. A lot of times I choose matte foundations because I like a lot more coverage, and I don't like things to be too dewy because, like I said, I do have large pores. So I do like a primer that gives me some sort of illumination. And then if you guys watch my channel, you already know what the next one's going to be, and it's super expensive, and I'm so sorry, but it is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. There really is nothing pore filling that has ever worked this well for me, and my pores are big. They're big, and I love this. It is $52, and I did purchase this with my own money, and it's pretty much gone. I have a backup. I am not on Tatcha's PR list. For the love of God, I wish I was, but I'm not. And so I did buy this with my own money, and I continue to buy this with my own money because I love it that much. Now, I am going to be testing out the e.l.f. version of this very soon, and I am going to compare them side by side, and I pray that I love the e.l.f. one as much because the e.l.f. one is $8 and this is $52. Like, Tatcha is breaking my bank, but it's so good. I mean, it lasted me quite a long time, so I feel like, you know, if you break it down cost per wear type of thing, you know, it's not that bad, I suppose, and there's a ton of product in here, but, you know, it never does me wrong, you know what I mean? So worth it. All right, for foundations, I've got a couple here. I've got 2 from the drugstore and 1 high-end. So let's talk about the drugstore first. Right now, I live in a place that is really cold and really hot, and I'm finding that I have to change my foundations based on those 2 factors. So for right now, since it is August and it is summer, my all-time favorite at this current moment is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I love this foundation right now. I've been talking about it a lot this summer in my videos because I did a wear test on this and hated it. And that's because this just didn't do well with my skin in the colder months. But come summer, it was like, it's been my holy grail. This bottle's almost empty. And I only got it like 2 months ago. That's how much I've been wearing this. Now, for the drugstore, it is a little bit pricey. It's like 15 bucks. But it's good. I hate the fragrance. It's heavily fragranced, and that is usually not my jam. But the finish on this is so good that I'm overlooking it. I'm like, okay, I love you. Like, I love you. Worth it. And then in the winter months, all year round, really, I love the Maybelline Superstay. I need to experiment with this more in different seasons, but I haven't had an issue with this yet. And I randomly will wear it. Like, this bottle's actually almost gone. But if you want something super glam from the drugstore and lasts a really long time and looks beautiful, this one is it. This one is matte. This one has more of a natural / slightly luminous finish. Like, slightly. It's more like a natural skin-like finish. And this one is like matte. So they're different. And this one has like a medium buildable, and this one is like full. Like full. And I love them both. And they're both roughly around the same price, but so good. Like, so good. Cannot go wrong with either one. Like, for the drugstore, these are so good. And then my high-end foundation, you probably already see this coming. The Urban Decay All Nighter. I would buy this for the days when I need to look so flawless for a long time, because this is waterproof and it wears forever. You put it on your skin, 2 days later this will still probably be on. Like, it's so good and it's trustworthy. Like, it will not break up, it will not fade, it will not do you dirty. Like, it's the one I run to when I need something that's really going to just be there for me, you know what I mean? So this is $40, but if you aren't using it every day and you are saving it for those occasions when you really need it, I feel like it's fine, you know what I mean? And well worth it. And you can always mix it with the other two if you want something, if you want to make those foundations a little bit more long wearing, you know what I mean? So love that one. Powder. I only have one powder because this powder is going to make us broke. Just like the primer, the powder is going to make us broke. And this one is relatively newer to me since like March, I would say. And that is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. I love this. There aren't enough words to describe just how much. In fact, I feel like I want to put some on right now because I'm seeing a little dew poke through. That is the one thing with this, though. It doesn't make me super matte because it does have a slight reflect in it. And that is so that it doesn't make you look dry. Like, it has like a tiny, and you have to look close. But it does have a tiny bit of reflectiveness to it, like little particles in there. And that is why. So it doesn't give you that like chalky powder look that like most powders give you, and then they end up making you look dry. Like, this powder will never make you look dry. And because of that, sometimes I need to touch up because I look a little too like, there's a little too much luminosity on my cheeks poking through. I tend to like to pack it on with a damp sponge personally. But, you know, for touch-up, the brush is fine, I suppose. But this is like $45. That's it. It's a giant container. It's 0.36 ounces in here. I don't know what that... Let's compare it to something. All right, this kind of hurts my feelings. So this Jeffree Star powder is 0.35 ounces, and this is like $22, and this is like $45. But look at the difference in the packaging. Like, it's so deceiving because it looks like you're getting so much more product, but you're not. It's just the packaging is much bigger, and that really, That's unfortunate. But I did buy this with my own money, and I'm really sad that I'm gonna have this addiction going forward, but it is until something comes out that sweeps me off my feet and knocks this guy out my top slots. That's who I'd buy. No other powders, because that powder just broke my bank. For bronzer right now, I actually am testing a drugstore bronzer that is really, really good, but I haven't tried it long enough to say 100% to put it on this list yet. So sadly, there's only one bronzer, and it's the one that has stolen my heart, and that is from Fenty. This one I got in a little, like it's a little mini, and it came in a duo with one of the cream sticks. This is Caramel Cutie. I am obsessed with these. They're $30. So there's that. This one wasn't. It was $22 for the two minis. I haven't hit pan, and I've used it every day since I got it. When was the VIB sale? April. So I've used it every day since April, pretty much. And I haven't hit pan, so that's good. I love this. I would definitely buy this. This would definitely be like my go-to bronzer if I was not on YouTube and I just wanted something that looked beautiful all the time. It doesn't get patchy or skip. It just goes on so beautifully. It blends out so nicely, and it gives me that really beautiful sun-kissed look. So I love that one. And then for blush, we're hopping back to the drugstore. I love this blush from Rimmel. It is their Maxi Powder Blush, and it's like $5. It is the perfect color. It's like a corally, peachy, pinky. But this is like my perfect blush shade for literally any eye look at all. Like, I would wear this with literally anything I would put on my eyes. And it stays put. And it's so affordable. It goes on beautifully. It's not too pigmented. It's not too powdery. It's just literally the perfect blush. I love it. And I mean, $5, you cannot beat it. So that's the blush that I would buy. Oh, concealer. I forgot to even talk about concealer. How did I do that? I'm not really sure. I think right now, and I'm like, I haven't put the Stay Naked concealer from Urban Decay down since I reviewed it. I've been using it every single day. But I can't say that's the one that I would buy yet. I will say the one I for surely would buy is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo. This is amazing. I love it. Their shade selection isn't great. I know a lot of people have a tough time finding their shades in this. I am in medium sand, which sand sounds like it's going to be deep. This is not deep at all, as you can see. But it is a good highlighting shade for me. I love this. I love everything about this. It doesn't look dry on me. It blends out beautifully. It's full coverage. You only need a little bit, and it's $5. $5. High-end quality. Love it. Okay, so moving on to the brows. I have two brow pencils, a high-end and a drugstore. For high-end, I have fallen in love with the Benefit Precisely My Brow. This one's gone. Gone, bye-bye. But this is in the shade 3.75. I was sent this in the spring from Benefit. I had never tried this product before, and holy shitballs, I had the best brow days every day that I used this. It is the best brow pencil I've ever used, hands down. And this goddamn spoolie, and I always talk about the spoolie, but this spoolie is magical. I don't know why. I can't explain it. You just have to try it to know and understand the magic of this damn spoolie. But I love this product so much. And I haven't bought a new one yet because I have turned to CoverGirl, my micro, what is this called? Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. This is the shade Honey Brown. I just had to run downstairs because Amazon just dropped off a package and the dogs went crazy. Anyway, as I was saying, I go between two colors of this CoverGirl pencil. I go between Honey Brown and Rich Brown. And I love this, and it's very inexpensive. It's a pretty good dupe for the Benefit. I love it almost as much. I still think Benefit reigns supreme, but if you're on a budget, this would work great. And I would probably buy both and just use this more for my everyday makeup and bust out the Benefit when I really want my brows to look perfection. You know what I mean? So that's what I would do for that. And then for brow gel, ABH Clear Brow Gel is really the tried and true. I love it so much. I've used it for years before I was on YouTube, and I would continue to use it because it's just so good. And it lasts a very long time, and it locks my brows in place like glue. And I love it. Eyeliner, you know, this was a tough one because I've been really like all over the place. Like sometimes I'm wearing a wing, sometimes I'm not. I went quite a while without wearing one, but I used to swear by a wing. When I looked through my eyeliners, I'm like, you know what? The drugstore has plenty of really great eyeliners, and probably my favorite one is from CoverGirl. And this doesn't have a name on it, but it is a brush. And it is just so good. And every time I use it, I get the perfect wing. It's so good, and it's very inexpensive. I do like pens. There's a Rimmel one I've been testing out right now that I'm actually wearing right now, and I love it. But the products that I chose for this video, I really wanted to choose the ones that I really love and I use all the time, and there's no questions. You know what I mean? Because I 100% know, like, they're my picks. Like, things that I'm still kind of testing out, like, I didn't want to put in this list, you know? So that one is really great. Mascara, you know, I had to go with the drugstore. I went with Wonderfully Real because this is what I have right now, and this is from Rimmel. But truth be told, that Essence mascara, the one in the purple tube, I've talked about it before. I forgot the exact name of it, but man, $5 and it's amazing. It does, you do go through it faster than other mascaras, but it's $5, you know what I mean? And it's gorgeous. This one, also excellent. Like, I love layering this mascara. I think it's so beautiful. It gives me, it's very spidery though. So if you don't like spidery lashes, like, you're not gonna like this. But if you like really spidery lashes and like, you wanna have that, like, as glam as your natural lashes can possibly be, you know? Without falsies, I think this is the one to do it on a budget. Like, if I was gonna splurge on a mascara, it would definitely be Lancome's Monsieur Big, but let's be real, I probably wouldn't. Although, I feel like in my early YouTube days, I was all about Lancome mascaras, and I bought them with my own money. I wanna say Hypnostrama, it was like my favorite, and I just kept buying it over and over again. But now that I've had the opportunity to try so many different mascaras, I know that the drugstore really can do a good job, you know? And if I'm gonna have to splurge on something, I would rather splurge on my Hourglass powder and my Tatcha Silk Canvas and go drugstore mascara, you know what I mean? So this one from Rimmel, I really like it. It does get kind of clumpy on the, like, a lot of product comes out on the wand, and this is one of those spiky wands, so, you know, it's not a super bristly wand, but it's something magical. Like, I always wipe the brush off on the sides to get all the excess product off, and then I go in, and it's, I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like anything special, but every time I put it on, I'm like, my lashes look so good. So that is for mascara. For the lips, I mean, let's be real. I use this product day in and day out. I use 3 of the shades. This is the L'Oreal Color Riche matte lip liners. They come in 3 nude shades. Matte It, Mastermind, and Matte & Call. All right, so these are the 3 shades swatched. We have Matte & Call. Let me get closer so that you can see. So we have Matte & Call here, which is the brownie one. We have Mastermind in the middle. That's the more pinky one. And then Matte It is at the end. That's the more plummy one. They're very, very different, but they are so creamy. They're tough to sharpen. I will say that you're not going to get a super sharp point with these. And you have to be careful not to press too hard because it will break off. And then they get to a certain point where I can't use just any sharpener with them. It's almost like they get fatter the further down you get on them, because when I get a fresh one, I have one sharpener that I can use with them every time. And then when it gets halfway point, it won't fit in that sharpener anymore, which is so bizarre. And so I haven't quite found like the perfect sharpener for these. So like this is what the hot mess looks like sometimes when you get like halfway through it. But they're waterproof, long wearing, creamy AF, and like if you wear bullet lipsticks, like I'm not about the liquid lipstick life anymore. Like I can't. So I like bullet lipsticks, but bullet lipsticks obviously wear off faster than liquid lipsticks, and that's why I love these so much, because no matter what lipstick I have on, if it wears off, these will still be on underneath. So it creates a much lower maintenance lip, and that's what I like. So yeah, and you don't have to worry about if it's super hot, if you're going swimming or anything, because they are waterproof and they're $10. So I just feel like I would not spend a lot of money on lip liners. I would buy all 3 of these, and I would use them interchangeably like I do now. So those are my faves for those. And then for lipsticks, I picked 2 bullet lipsticks just because I wanted one that was affordable and one that was high-end. I mean, guys, the Urban Decay Vice lipsticks, I spent my money on them before I was on YouTube. I've spent my money since I've been on YouTube, and I will continue to spend money on them probably forever. My favorite shade is Gone. This is Safe Word. That's a horrible swatch, but there's nothing left in there, so I'm lucky I got that swatch out. This is my dream lipstick color. Like my dream lipstick color. I love it so much. This is a Comfort Matte formula. The Urban Decay lipsticks are the best. The Comfort Matte formulas, in my opinion, they're awesome. I think they're $18, and they're so beautiful. I love them so much. They're my favorite lipstick aside from MAC, like formula-wise, and I've never found anything as perfect for my complexion as Safe Word. And then this one is from Morphe. This is called Makeup Talk, and it's a little bit more pinky, where Safe Word is a little bit more plummy in undertone. But this one is like $6, and it's a really good formula. Again, it is a matte, but it looks like Safe Word looks great over Matte's It, and this one would look great over Matte's Mind, which is in the center. Both of them would look good over Matte and Call. This is my lip situation, and these are the lip products that I would definitely have if I wasn't on YouTube, because I just think that they're great. They're like never gonna do me wrong, you know what I mean? And in terms of a lash, I would go either Ardell or Kiss any day of the week. I probably would not spend a lot of money on lashes, although like for a special occasion, I would probably go with a Lily lash or something like that. Like if I had a wedding or, you know, something special that I really just wanted like a beautiful lash, I would probably splurge. But like in most scenarios, the drugstore has great lash options, and I think Kiss lashes are gorgeous, and so are Ardell's. So I would definitely save my money in that area. And then the very last product, this I have to spend money on. I've always spent money on it. I'll continue to spend money on it. And that's the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. It makes me sad there is denatured alcohol in this. Once I found out there was denatured alcohol in this, I stopped using it for like 2 weeks, and my makeup looked like shit every single day. I used setting sprays that did not have denatured alcohol, and my makeup did not last. And I just had to come to Jesus. You know what I mean? Like I had to just be like, you know what? I gotta suck it up. I gotta suck it up. Because this keeps my makeup on. It just does. Like my makeup was coming off like 5-6 hours in, where with this, it stays on 12 hours. You know what I mean? So I'm like, no, I'm not putting in all that work to have it fade off. And if this is the only thing that has denatured alcohol in it, and I'm doing everything else as right as I can, How bad can it be? How bad can it be? I said that was the last thing. No, it isn't. I didn't even talk about eyeshadows. Seriously? Okay, here's what I did. I thought long and hard about what eyeshadows did I have when I wasn't on YouTube. I can't really remember, like, specific palettes because I've been on YouTube a long time. But the oldest palette I can remember having was a MAC palette, and it was a customized MAC palette. What I did forever and ever with MAC is what I did with this palette, so I'm just gonna use this palette as a demonstration of the same concept. But what I did was I bought a lot of single shadows, depotted them, and put them in a MAC palette, and I made my own custom palettes. The reason I did this was so that I would have a collection of shadows that were exactly what I wanted them to be. That said, when I wasn't on YouTube, palettes weren't coming out every day, and we weren't inundated with so many different palettes, you know? But if I wasn't on YouTube, I wouldn't be buying every single new release. I'm just keeping it real with you. I would not buy, I have so many palettes sitting around me right now, like I would not probably buy all that. If I was just wearing makeup every day because I love it and just going about my life, like most of you probably are, I probably would not have the extensive collection of eyeshadow palettes that I have. That said, if there was anything I probably would have too much of if I wasn't on YouTube, it would probably be eyeshadow palettes because I love them and I always have. But what I would definitely have is a palette like this with custom shades. Now, you can see what my favorite shades are because this is the palette that I created when I didn't have the eyeshadows that I have now. This is a mixture of Makeup Geek, MAC, and ABH. And they are all neutral AF. I mean, I've got champagnes, I've got some pinks and reds and lots of warm browns. I've got a couple of neutral browns, one cool brown, and I have like a green and a black. But, you know, this is my not YouTube person color story. But anyway, that's what I'd probably do. And honestly, I'd probably do it on like ColourPop now because ColourPop has such affordable single shadows. And I would do something like that where I would create my master palette, my go-to neutral palette. And then, you know, if something from BH popped up that I was like, I have to have it, then I would supplement my collection with things like that. So that's what I would do if I was not on YouTube. And that is it. That's what I would probably have for a makeup collection. Let me know what you guys think about the products I picked. If any of these products are ones that you agree with, that you think are great, or if there are some that you think I should try because they're so good that they should be in my I'm not a YouTuber makeup bag. And definitely let me know if you want to see the opposite video of the products that I definitely would not buy if I wasn't on YouTube. Because I'll definitely do that for you. This was kind of fun to really like look through my collection and be like, all right, what would I actually own? What would I actually buy? And I think it speaks volumes for the products. I definitely think there are certain things that are high-end that are worth the money, you know, and there are certain things that just aren't, that you can get at the drugstore or like, you know, affordable options for very inexpensive. Even though most of these shadows, I mean, are MAC and ABH, which are on the higher end side. Like I said, I do have Makeup Geek in here. I would probably go with like ColourPop or like something like this from BH that has like so many mattes in it, and it's a gigantic palette. This is a really great one, and it's affordable, and it's so many shadows. So I would maybe do something like that, which would probably be cheaper than this. And you know, as we know, BH is really high quality. Before I was on YouTube, BH was not good. It was not good. And where they are today, like, you guys are lucky because they just weren't that good. Like, they were just, no, they were bad. They were bad. But now they're amazing. So I think that if anything, I would turn to BH or ColourPop, one of the two, if I wasn't on YouTube. I would not be spending a ton of money. Like, I would maybe splurge on one singular ABH palette. Like right now I have the Modern Renaissance, and I bought that with my own money, and I love it, and I would probably buy that if I wasn't on YouTube as well, you know. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social. My handle's @GlamLatte. And don't forget the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, CastBox, and iHeartRadio. All those details are in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you.